Alright, so we're back with the R34 today. Got something a little bit different to do. So when I redo the interior in this, the roof lining is going to be redone in Alcantara. So yeah, the color of the lights and the mirror, these little bits up here on the visors. It'll look a bit strange if it's all the factory color with a nice Alcantara roof lining. So going to be taking these out and attempting to dye them black. So yeah, I think I've got a decent method to this sorted out. So yeah, we'll give it a shot and see how it turns out. Might try something a little bit smaller and insignificant first, just to make sure it works properly. But yeah, I'll pull this stuff out and we'll get to it. Okay, so this is what I'm using to do the dye. It's RIT synthetic fabric dye. There is a non-synthetic version. From what I've seen online, it just takes a lot longer to act with plastics. So yeah, we'll give this a shot. It is a graphite. They don't have a full black in the synthetic, but from what I've read, the longer you leave it in there, the darker it'll get, and depending on the plastic, it should be able to reach a full black. And then the acetone, you mix that in. It is supposed to help promote the plastic to open up. So yeah, the pores of the plastic will open up and absorb the dye a bit faster with the acetone mix. So there's that. So yeah, you basically just get a pot of water, you heat it up to you put the acetone in first. Don't put the acetone in when it's boiling or warm even. So yeah, you get your pot, fill it with water. I was running about a 15% mix of acetone to water. Bring it up to a boil. I was also running about a cup of salt in the water as well, just to bring the boiling point up. Bring it up to a boil, chuck the dye in, and then yeah, then you're ready to chuck your parts in. So depending on the plastic, some will take a lot longer than others. Really soft and porous plastics will dye really fast with this stuff. Anything that's hard and not very porous will take a lot of time. So yeah, we'll see how we go with this stuff, and catch back up after and see how it's going. All right, so we've got a couple of things out of the dye already. You can see they're a lot darker, more of a grey now compared to that. So they're still not quite as dark as I would like them to be. This plastic's quite, it's a quite hard plastic. It's not very porous, so it's taking a while to accept the dye. These have been soaking for 4 hours now. So I'll probably chuck them on for a bit longer and see how they come up. You can see the difference here in this little toggle here. That was the same color as these also, and that's gone completely black compared to this, just because it's a different plastic. It's taken the dye a lot faster. Yeah, I mean, even here you can see the difference between the buttons for this light. Quite a contrast already. So yeah, I mean, it's more of a dark grey now, so that'll suit the color of the Alcantara more than the light grey. But yeah, see how we go. If I can get them darker, that'd be nice. Yeah, I'll pop back in a bit and see how we're going. Okay, so we're back with the trims after a couple more hours in the dye. I think the parts of the plastic that had a lot of use, like these buttons, they've been marred up by you know, being pushed on and off over the years. So anything that had any sort of blemishes on the surface took a little bit more dye. Most of it's fairly uniform. There's just a couple of little spots. It's a bit hard to pick up on camera. So yeah, we'll see how this looks against the Alcantara when I get it to do the roof lining. I'm also going to be dyeing the carpet black. So yeah, I'll get to cleaning that and mix up some more dye and see how that turns out. So yeah, we'll get to that and catch up after. Alright, got the carpet all clean and hung up here, so got some dye mixed up in this old squirt bottle. So just gonna squirt it on and yeah, spread it around with a brush and see how it turns out. Alright, so that's the first coat done. The lighting in here is pretty terrible, so I think the old phone's struggling a bit. But yeah, it's gone a bit darker now already, so I'll wait for this to dry. We come back in the morning and yeah, do another coat. So that's after 3 coats now. It's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with how it's turning out. It's a lot darker than it was to begin with, so yeah, sort of run out of time today in between letting it dry and getting stuff done. So yeah, I'll probably let it dry again overnight, and then when I get home from work tomorrow, I'll chuck another coat on it. But I think that's just about good enough. One more coat, it should be nice and black. It's all pretty consistent as well, so yeah, pretty bloody happy with that. Yeah, I won't get to see it in the car for a while because I've still got a bit of work to do, so I'll leave this one here, and yeah, once I've got enough stuff done to get the interior back together, we'll see how it all looks. So yeah, all right, thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.